the video transfer system. This videotape will go over the setup instructions for the video transfer system and showing you the steps to transfer slides, photographs, or flat artwork and home movies to videotape. The videotape will also go over the steps on how to add music and sound to your video to create a more interesting video transfer. By now you have probably removed the video transfer unit and all the components from its box and packaging. At this time we would like to take a moment and go over some of the accessories that come with the video transfer system. First, we would like to point out all the accessories that you'll be using to do your transfers. It comes packed with a stereo headphones, a condenser microphone that has a lapel clip, 2 sets of RCA cables, a complete titling kit, a special close-up lens that is used for slide transfer only, and an AC adapter to power the unit. Now let's point out some of the main components of the video transfer system. Let's start at the top of the unit. The selector switch allows you to select the transfer unit from movie photo position or slide position. Next we have the slide holder. This is where you will place your slides for video transfer. Through the unit and allows you to place the next slide in for video transfer. We will now move back to the stereo sound mixer. We would like to point out the audio input jack, your headphone jack, auxiliary input jack, and the microphone jack. There is a power switch. This is turned on when you would like to use the microphone for narration or other sound. You also have the ability to control the volume for the stereo cassette player, volume for your auxiliary input, and volume for your microphone input. You will also notice the power switch that activates the stereo sound mixing system. The unit also comes with a stereo cassette tape player. On the back of the unit you will notice a switch for the lamp. This is used for slide and photographic or flat artwork transfer. The unit has 2 separate holders that are used for movie transfer or photographic and flat artwork transfers. Each of these will be covered in more detail when we review those sections. Now that we have identified all the components of the video transfer unit, we are now ready to begin transferring slides to videotape. Before we get started, you will need to ensure that you have a large flat surface to do your transferring. Your table will need to be large enough to hold the video transfer unit, your camcorder, and the movie projector when we get to that section. We will need to remove the rubber hood holder located on the front of the unit. Now place the close-up lens on the main lens on the front of the unit. Please note, this close-up lens is to be used only during slide transfer. Remove the lens cap and gently pull the rubber hood away from the unit until it is fully extended. At this point, we need to bring the camcorder's lens up to the lens of the video transfer unit. The best way to accomplish this is to use a tripod to stabilize your camcorder. If you do not have a tripod, you can use books to elevate the camcorder so that its lens is centered correctly toward the lens inside the extended rubber hood. Once you have accomplished this, you will now need to place your camcorder's focusing system into the manual mode for best results. Now turn on the fluorescent light bulb by pushing in on the lamp switch on the back of the unit. Set the selector switch on the top of the unit to the slide position. You will now need to pull out on the slide storage that is located on the bottom of the unit. This will hold the slides after each transfer. Insert the first slide that you want to transfer into the slide holder located on the top of the unit. Now adjust the focus and zoom on your camcorder until you have a full sharp image in the viewfinder. Begin your transfer by pressing the record button on your camcorder. It is recommended that you record each slide between 7 and 10 seconds. Once you have transferred your slide, place your camcorder in the pause mode. This will give your video transfer a smooth look from slide to slide. To transfer your next slide, press the slide feed switch on the top of the unit. The first slide will automatically feed through the unit and fall into the slide storage into the bottom of the unit. Now repeat the previous steps until you have transferred all remaining slides. With your video transfer unit, you have the ability to add narration or sound as you are doing your transfer. This will be covered in the section on how to add sound to your video transfer a little later in this video. Again, you need to ensure that the close-up lens is removed from the main lens of the unit before you begin your photograph or flat artwork transfer. At this point, we need to place the lens of the camcorder back inside the extended rubber hood. Be sure to put your focusing system on your camcorder into the manual mode. Your video transfer unit has the ability to transfer photographs or flat artwork that are as large as 4 inches by 6 inches. Once your camcorder is in place, we need to turn on the fluorescent light bulb on the back of the unit and put the selector switch located on the top of the unit into the movie photo position. Now place the first photograph or flat artwork that you are going to transfer into the photo holder and adjust your focus and zoom on your camcorder until you have a full, sharp image in the viewfinder. Begin your transfer by pressing the record button on your camcorder. Again, it is recommended that each video transfer be recorded between 7 and 10 seconds. Once you have transferred your photograph or flat artwork, place your camcorder in the pause mode. Again, this will give your video transfer a smooth and professional look. Remove the photograph or flat artwork that you have transferred and insert the next item into the photo holder. Repeat the previous steps until you have transferred all of the photographs or flat artwork that you have. Again, as in previous sections, you are able to add narrations or sound to your transfer. This will be covered a little later in this video. Now we are ready to transfer those old home movies to videotape. Remove the photo holder from the back of the unit and attach the telescreen. Set the selector switch located on the top of the unit to the movie photo position. Now pull out the hinged front panel of the telescreen until it locks into place. Set up your movie projector and point it directly at the mirror on the telescreen and focus your projector until the image is sharp and in focus on the mini screen. Now place the lens of your camcorder inside the extended rubber hood and bring the camcorder into focus. At this point, you will also want to zoom in until you have the picture desired in the viewfinder. Now start your film projector and simultaneously begin recording with your camcorder. Your video transfer system is equipped with a built-in stereo sound mixer and cassette tape player. This will allow you to add background music, sound effects, and narration to your video. We will show you how to add sound or narration to your video transfer using your camcorder. You will need to make sure that your camcorder has audio input jacks. Locate one of the dual-prong stereo connection cords that was supplied with your video transfer unit and plug the 1/8 inch end into the audio output jack located on the top of the unit, and plug the opposite RCA ends into the audio input jacks in your camcorder. Note, if your camcorder does not record in stereo, connect only one of the RCA cables. Turn on the cassette player by pressing down on the power for cassette player and sound mixer. Now set up the type of media to be recorded, either slides, photographs, flat artwork, or movies as covered in previous steps. Start the cassette player by pressing down on the play button and start recording with your camcorder. Control the volume by rotating the cassette player volume control to the desired level, which can be monitored with the stereo headphones that are supplied with your video transfer unit. If your camcorder does not have audio inputs, this section will go over connections to your VCR. For the audio connection, connect one of the dual-prong connection cords that are supplied with your unit as follows. Plug in the 1/8 inch end into the audio output jack located on the top of the unit. Plug the opposite RCA ends into the audio input jacks on your VCR. Note, if your VCR does not record in stereo, connect only one of the RCA plugs. For the video connection, locate the video cable that is supplied with your camcorder and plug one of the RCA ends into the video output on your camcorder and plug the other into the video input on your VCR. Turn on the cassette player by pressing down on the power switch. Now set up the type of media to be recorded, either slides, photographs, flat artwork, or movies, as shown in previous sections. Start the cassette player by pressing the play button and start your recording with your VCR. Control the volume by rotating the cassette player volume control to the desired level, which can be monitored with the stereo headphones or through the television set. You may also use the microphone that is supplied to add narration to your video transfer. Insert the plug into the microphone wire into the microphone input jack. Turn on the power to the microphone by pressing down on the power switch for microphone. Now set up the type of media to be recorded and start recording with your camcorder or VCR and speak into the microphone to record your dialogue. Control the volume by rotating the microphone volume control to the desired level, which can be monitored with the stereo headphones or if you are using your VCR through the television set. You may from time to time want to add sound from an external audio source. To do so, connect one of the dual-prong stereo connector cords that is supplied with the transfer unit. Plug the 1/8 inch end into the auxiliary input jacks located on the top of the unit. Plug the opposite RCA ends into the audio output jacks on your external audio source. Now set up the type of media that you would like to record. Press play on the external audio source and begin recording with your camcorder or VCR. Control the volume by rotating the auxiliary input volume control to the desired level, which can be monitored with either the stereo headphones or through your television set. We have now covered all the steps in doing video transfers from slides, photograph, flat artwork, or from your home movies. We hope that this instructional video, along with the owner's manual provided with your video transfer unit, will assist you in making the best possible video transfers for your enjoyment.